Hey guys, I'm Mark Rodriguez.
Johnny Rodriguez.
And I am Rakiarmas, and you are watching the Video Game Masters. Oh, hey Mark, that's a really cool shirt you have there.
Oh, thanks Rakiarmas. Page got it for me. Check it out. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Thanks a lot, Paige. This is totally awesome.
Anyways, we're going to continue on with the King of Fighters Marathon.
If you remember, the last episode we talked about King of Fighters 94 all the way to King of Fighters 98. So today we're going to continue with King of Fighters 99 for the PlayStation 1.
And King of Fighters 2000. The King of Fighters 99 starts with the Nest Saga, and the biggest change of the game is now having teams of 4 instead of 3. However, instead of having an actual team of 4, you choose your 3 main fighters and a striker.
The striker doesn't fight in the team. He or she jumps in during the fight to attack the opponent or help your teammate. This is similar to the team assist in the Marvel vs. Capcom games.
Sometime after Kyo, Kagura, and Iori teamed up to seal away Orochi, Kyo went missing. A new KOF tournament is announced, but unlike the commercialized 96 and 97, 99 became a secret underground tournament. Hyder sent Ralph and Clark to investigate the mysterious Nest cartel that is behind this new KOF.
Seeing as the game now has teams of 4, a lot of new characters were added to round out the teams. We have K, who has Kyo's fire powers fused into his right hand, Maxima, a cyborg and partner of K, Jae-hoon, a friend of Kim Kafwan, Bao, the newest member of the Psycho Soldiers team, Whip, who joins the Ikari Warriors, and finally, Lee Xiangfei from Fatal Fury Real Bout 2. You also have Kyo 1 and Kyo 2, which are clones of Kyo created by Ness that fight like how he used to fight in King of Fighters 94 and King of Fighters 96. The game's dodge and roll system was replaced by this dashing sliding type move to get behind the opponent. As you fight and use attacks, you fill up the stocks to use the desperation moves. Using a stock while the life bar is flashing red gives you super desperation moves. When the stock bar is full at maximum, you can use either counter mode or armor mode. Counter mode lets you do as many desperation moves as you want before the bar runs out. And armor mode makes you go right through your opponent's attacks, hitting them until the bar runs out. Also, when you die and continue, you have the choice to make the rematch a little easier, like choosing if you want the power bar full from the start or the enemy with lower health.
The final boss is Chrysadin, and just like Rugal in KOF 94, he fights with a few moves in the first round, and then goes all out in the second. His plan was to unleash an army of Kyo clones to attack the world, but to trigger them he needs the data of the fighters that entered the KOF. However, Chrysadin wasn't the real mastermind behind Nest. That remains to be seen in the sequel.
If you fight good enough during the game and rack up enough bonus points, you get to face either the real Kyo or Iori after you defeat Chrysadin. The real Kyo has a brand new outfit and some brand new moves. There was a way to unlock them in the arcades, but the PlayStation version had them available from the start. Now, King of Fighters 99 had a lot of flack since Kyo and Iori were not in the game. Well, not normally anyway, and we have to accept K as a new hero. Of course, by now K's pretty popular, but back then he was pretty new and people had to get used to how he played. Chrysalid was also considered a pretty lame boss when compared to Rugal and Gonets, but personally, I love this game. I play at the arcades all the time. The action is awesome, the new characters are kinda cool, I love the new team lineups this year, and the strikers were a welcome addition. The only downside for this particular version is of course the limitations of being on the PlayStation 1. This weird decision to use the remix music instead of the original arcade music, which I prefer, and of course the long loading times in between rounds.
Here are my thoughts on KOF 99. The game is a pretty good arcade conversion with all the great characters and gameplay, but the major difference this game has is that the soundtrack is remastered like the Neo Geo CD edition, and the game, of course being on PS1 with its limitations, have a long loading time after the versus screen and in between rounds. Besides all that, it's really close to the original arcade game.
One of the weirdest things about this game is the packaging. Even though it's King of Fighters 99, the back of it has Vanessa and Seth from King of Fighters 2000. In fact, when you open up the package, there's, again, Vanessa and Seth complete with all their profile info. Now this is because back in the day, there was a Sega Dreamcast version of the game called King of Fighters 99 Evolution that had Vanessa and Seth as hidden striker characters. So I guess they kind of messed up with the packaging when they made the PS1 version. And now let's talk about the King of Fighters 2000. Now, unlike Japan and other countries where King of Fighters 2000 and 2001 were released as two separate games, in the US version, they were released as a special 2-pack deal. Now, the reason behind this is because, well, King of Fighters isn't that big in the States as it is in Japan, and Sony of America didn't think that people would actually waste $20 on King of Fighters 2000 and $20 on 2001 as two separate games, so it's a special 2-pack deal, $20 for both.
How the way 2001 turned out to be, who wants to waste $20 in that piece of crap of a game?
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to it. Well, anyways, King of Fighters 2000
Hey, can we take a break?
What?
I'm starting to get hungry. Let's go out and eat something.
Well, yeah, I guess you'll take a small break, but I'll change my shirt though. This is a badass shirt. I don't want to get food stains all over it.
Okay.
Yeah, you go, I'll change my shirt, I'll catch up with you. Peppers are awesome.
Hey guys, where are you?
Hey guys, we're hungry, so we decided to stop by at Sandstown, and since there's so many restaurants to choose from, we decided, hey, what the heck, let's go to the buffet. So we're right here at the buffet, and here, this is a pretty cool buffet because it has like an international flair. So like, for example, you can choose foods from different countries. I'm having this stuffed pepper, Italiano style, this meatloaf, and then a little taste of Mexico. I have shredded beef, which is my favorite, and then there's these green chili style pork ribs.
Yeah.
And tortillas.
And then I got some corn on the cob there. I got Cajun trout right here, so that Paige can smack me with a trout, I guess. And we got, I also got my own stuffed peppers and some Kung Pao chicken.
So while we're busy eating, why don't you review the game Rakiarmas?
Yeah, you talk about King of Fighters 2000 for us, will ya?
Alright, although I wish I was at the buffet too. Anyways, the King of Fighters 2000 continues the story of Nest Saga. You still fight in a teams of 4, but this time you can choose between having a teammate be your striker or choose what is called another striker.
This time, Hydron opens the King of Fighters tournament to seek out Kay and Maxima to question them about their involvement in Nests, while Nest has their own plans for the tournament. The new characters are the totally rockin' fist-fighting babe Vanessa, the Japanese-Russian sumo schoolgirl Hinako, the secret agent Seth, Lin, the leader of the Flying Brigade, and the luchador Ramon. Playing the game good enough lets you face Kula Diamond as a hidden mid-boss. As the anti-K, she's a living weapon created by Ness to take down K.
The Another Striker is an extra character not already in the game, like a cameo guest star. They range from being either older KOF favorites like Geese Howard, Shermie, and Rugal, or even characters from other SNK games like King Lion from Savage Reign, Guy Tendo from Buruki 1, and Duke Edwards from Burning Fight. Playing through the game's party mode helps you unlock Chrysalid as a Maniac Striker. Other gameplay elements include the return of the rolling dodge from the past KOF games, as well as landing from attacks and super jumps. The biggest difference is a new way to do Super Desperation moves. No longer can you do them while the life bar is flashing red. Now you have to fill up enough stocks until your power bar is at a maximum. Once it's full, you can do the Super DMs by pressing 2 buttons at once. You can also take advantage of the power bar being at maximum to use counter mode or armor mode like in KOF 99. The final boss is Zero, the guy that took out Chrysalid, so he could proceed with his own plans. He planted a clone within Hydron's ranks and used KOF to create the Zero Cannon, a massive death machine that can destroy an entire city from space. Zero uses the energy from the fighters to power up the Zero Cannon. And yes, he uses a cheesy full-screen DM as well.
Okay, so what are our thoughts on King of Fighters 2000? Well, why don't you go first, Rakiarmas? We're not quite done yet, so yeah, you go first, okay?
Oh well, King of Fighters 2000. Oh boy. Well, I have kinda attached to this game because this King of Fighters was the first King of Fighters I ever played. I happily found this game on the bargain bin and decided to try it up. And as a first game I liked it really much. And this is one of my favorite because if my memory serves me well, this is the first time we see two of my favorite characters, Kula and Vanessa. Ah, Vanessa. Oh yeah. Yeah, I really like this one. It has many good things and it was my first one try of King of Fighters, so I really like this one.
KOF 2000 is back and better than ever, having extra modes to play with the strikers based from previous KOF and other Neo Geo games. The game has crazy gameplay and it's more of a challenge to load and time your super desperation moves compared to the gauge charging technique you had in other KOF games. The game, however, has very tight controls, so it's very hard to time and perform certain moves, and especially the super desperation moves. That is one of my major complaints, and the fact that you're only allowed to use the control pad instead of having option B of being able to use the joystick. That bites. Get with the times, SNK. Other PS2 games by that time, if not all, PS2 games have that additional joystick option. The game is a perfect conversion from the arcade, and it is totally worth it for any hardcore KOF fan.
The King of Fighters 2000 is a great game and a lot of fun. The new characters are pretty cool and fun to use, and in the arcade version it was good to see Kyo and Iori again without having to unlock them, because of course in the PS2 version everyone's already selectable from the start, even Kula Diamond. I agree with Rakiarmas though, Vanessa is a lot of fun to play as, and is probably one of the fastest and hottest boxer type characters ever. The other strikers are also fun cameos, and they entice you to pick all the characters just to be able to see them all. And Zero is a much better, much more awesome looking level boss than Chrysalid was, even though he looks like some kind of evil Burt Reynolds.
And that's the end of this episode of the Video Game Masters. Soon we will talk about the King of Fighters 2001 and 2002. I am Rakiarmas.
I'm Mark Rodriguez.
And I'm full.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.